reports now. Okay. The reason is earlier there was a MOV file which was not compiled. Okay, there's a file called SCCM. Okay. So this I just recompiled with this command. Okay. Able to see?
Yeah.
This file, then the reports are automatically coming up. Okay.
Okay.
No, what is myself wants to I already tried.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so if you look at the reports are able to coming up because this is the file which was not properly executed. Okay, so I found that from one of the article I compiled. Now the reports are coming up. Okay, so what to be done? The reports are almost 471. If you thought, sitting a go. Yeah, is it okay, right? Hello? Yeah, okay. Reports are almost 471. Out of that, use most of the reports based on the category. So you must or check with the category based. For example, um, what are the reports we should have already used. Okay, in this case, client summary, how many missions are there, entire summary of the clients, and similarly for the client push activity. Okay, this is the client push related activity. So how do you get reports, by the way? You can get it from the console, right click and run. Okay, in this case, if I run it, it is looking for the collection. Like a name I can give, board. It is showing a fantastic graph. It says that 100% your class are fine because you have only 3 in your lab. Okay?
Yeah.
1 second. Must have to delete few things. Otherwise, it can't record. Yeah. This is the client health related. Okay, now the client push. So it started, skipped, all kind of statuses. So we can find it. Last error is 120. Since you know very well that client is installed successfully, right? So 120 is the last error. So if you want to know what is that 120 error stands, the normal error would be go
Trace.
that go to lookup, give the
One point.
now you will get the one means the function is not supported by on this system. So the mission on the domain control. So domain controller is not supported for some reason. If you know further level of investigation, you can look into the log files. Uh, so it is important, right? Out of it,
Yes.
certainly you've already looked into the complete things. Okay. So if you take this, it come of all the baselines. Okay. So I have one baseline. If I double click this, I get the report. So quiet tool system. So since I double clicked it, it has taken further.
Okay.
And if you look at here, how many are complaint, how many non-complaint you're getting this report, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you click on complaint. Okay, here this is the report of the machines which are compliant. So it's every report is interlinked.
Got it.
Similarly, for the software deployment. So in our case, we have done the state distribution software. This one. So this is for applications. If you see applications, okay, this is for pack. So let's look at the all the programs and deployment which we have created as the C packages. Okay, so this would give you all of the packages. In my case, all systems. Look at this, rejected by 3 machines. Why has rejected? You can drill on further level, and this has rejected wrong platform. So we know this was it was said as something to do with the platform option, such way it was rejected.
Okay.
You can look into another one. For example, system accepted and success. So the status would be first it will accept, then goes to the success. So successions are these. If you go and look at the accepted, mostly the session. Okay? And look at in a further level of what happened, being accepted, running, succeed. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it? So every time what is happening is you should look at the reports. What are the reports it is changing? So I would encourage to look into the reports, all of them. And mostly for every category, there is something called all. For example, in this case, all packages and programs and deployments. So if I take this, definitely the required report will come for you. Whatever in your mind, that report will come if you drill down from here. For example, you wanted to for a specific machine deployment status. So if I run this, what happened here? Go back. So all the deployment. So this is maybe on one machine, for example. Okay. So what I I'll simply click on this. So success one, the machine comes here. If I get the machine related one is came. Okay.
Okay.
So the important point is try to look at concentrate on the all. Similarly for the applications. Advanced. So application, then all collection, the values, name, view report. Let's see. it gives summary also. Display summary information of all application deployment. So if down, if the information is available, it will show you. So two of them success today. So this is based on the date, 14th to 14. That means today, what application has been deployed that has been success. So if you click on errors, error related will come. If I click on success, so the report change now. Success here it will be linked. It may be here or it may be some columns. So here this one, in this case, assets, the two machines should show here. Okay. All reports. I'll come back to you. How to create own reports. Definitely a requirement. You have to create your own reports, right? So definitely, look into that. Before that SQL queries, you should be able to write and start looking into the reporting services. Okay.
Yeah.
Similarly, so we have covered whatever we have done. So we have done for the application management, and complaints management. We have done. Definitely, there would be a collections related also. If I go here and type collections, so there it would be there. Related also. All collections, I mean, different collections are the target. So on every deployment, every feature would be targeted to the collection. So the related information will be there. Okay, looks like collections, all the collections was not listed here. You can write for that. We can write, this is one of the example, and we take it and we can create a collections. So for example, this is fine. I think all collections is fine. I think all. So these are the collections. So we can take for all systems. This should list names in the what are the machines are in the collections. Okay. You can change to all users. Report. So all users are reported here. Okay, this is one page. Page 2, page 3, page 4. Like since it is 1,000 plus users, it lists all those users. Okay, and these reports can be into PDF format, Excel format, XML, or Word, or HTML format. Okay.
Okay.
So this is one advantage of the SQL reporting services. So it can be available in any format. Clear? Next one, we'll jump in. So this is into reporting. Okay. So if you want to open from browser, this is the command line which you should open from HTTP port. So this is like whatever the computer name. Okay. In the case, name is this one. Control. Now I'm trying to open this method. So this method should open also from the browser. You don't need to have a console actually. SCCM console, it can be open from anywhere. Okay. There's another method also where you can open this method. This is similar, but report server. Okay. The difference is this is more graphical. For example, okay, the categories. So look into the, for example, client we looked into it, right? The client's status. Here, all the days, site code, what happened. So, onto this example, okay? Now, this is more graphical interface way, right?
Yeah.
So, now what I'll do is, I'll choose another method that is report server. Okay, copy the URL and the Internet Explorer. Okay, report. So, okay, so this is not much graphical if you look at, right? That's the difference. Okay. So client push, right? That is a different one. Client push, but this is in the right way. It is fine. In the way it comes,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Got it. అంటే కస్టమ్గా వెళ్ళి మనం అట్లాగా బ్రౌజర్లో ఓపెన్ చేస్తే ఇట్లా వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఇచ్చిన డైరెక్ట్ లింక్ని క్లిక్ చేస్తేనేమో కొంచెం కరెక్ట్గా ఉంటుంది అంతే కదా.
ఎట్లా కొట్టుకుని రెడ్డే వస్తుంది నీకు. కాకపోతే ఏంటంటే ఇది బ్రౌజర్ బేస్డ్, ఇది కన్సోల్ బేస్డ్. దట్స్ ఇట్. Look at here, you can browse from anywhere.
Okay.
That's it. First report would be always same, but if you look at here, this is not really reporting proper way. But if you look at this, the back one, if I go, this is somewhat graphical interface where you can schedule it. Okay, let me come back to this. So I can do your own settings can be applied here. Example, anytime I want some reports to be sent to me, I can do it like that. This can configure from reports, not from report server. If you want some report to be automatically sent to you in a format of PDF or XML, you can schedule it basically. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me again. Sorry for that. So that is okay.
Okay.
Keep, and I want to set my mic.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this is into the report set. Okay, only pending part is how to create the reports. I'll come back to that, in maybe today class or tomorrow's class. Okay.
Okay.
I'll jump into the another session all together. Okay. So what in here? Okay, then we enable only after the software updates. So jump into the software updates. Okay.
Okay.
For software updates, so basically the structure should be you should understand. Give me a second. you know the WSS, right? So the first the WSS will be the example. So what happens every month? Second time Microsoft will release patches. So the patches will be here somewhere in the cloud. So Microsoft Update Server will be located here in the internet. So you will put from schedule. Okay, basically it will follow the required software like Windows 7 related, Tabby or whatever the product you are and the classification you are choosing. That will automatically pulled. What pulled? Do you hear clients where you will set the group policies, all those things to point to WSU server, and client will kindly based on your schedule and the deployment which starts, right? So similar way, okay, there is change in this mechanism, but instead of WSU server they name it, the WSU server service should be installed, and this is called software update point. So it's one of the role to be enabled. Okay. Yes. And this machine, wherever you enable the soup role, that must be, example, this is soup. So be, uh, this must be what? It should have an internet connection. Okay.
Oh,
Got it? So the client may or may not have internet. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so this will pull all the database and it will save locally the copy. Client gets scanned with WUA. That means Windows Update Agent. The software called Windows Update Agent, which is by default available on every machine. So which will automatically scan with the WSS server. For example, Microsoft Server is dead. So let's take here Windows 7 related. Okay, 7 related total patches. There is as total example. Okay, there is okay 1,000 or 100. Okay, example. Take it as 100. So machine till date you have only 80 patches example. So what it has to do, Windows Update Agent, it will go and it will scan with the WSS server. How many patches I need to have? So it pull and it will fetch that information. It says that, hey, I should actually, here it's a local database. That means it must be matched with this number, right? So it will pull that equivalent number or the patches information and it will store here. Client, what it does is it will just pulls that information, and to pull that, actually Windows Update Agent will, what it does is it will download a file called mscu2.cav file. Okay, mscu2.cav file. So this simple database kind of file, instead of downloading all the patches from here, it just a single dot cav file will be downloaded here, and that file again is it. So this file has all the patches. So it will not have the entire patch source, but will have that mechanism, what is missing, what is latest in file. Okay, and it says that hey, you have only in this file, it should be 100. Okay, because it is as it is here also. After this 100, scan for that 100 patches, and whenever it is okay, it will tick up. For example, only 80 were installed, so you are missing actually 20 patches. So this 20 will show in the console as missing. So to come as missing, what is important? Important is scan. Got it? First, client must be scanned. Got it? Clear?
clear.
Client must be scanned against to your database. So here one more point is anything it must be this WSS server must be this WSS server must have, or soup server must be, first thing is scanned. So we'll get it scanned, first point. Second point would, whatever the product here, for example, if this is Windows 7, okay, and has also example SQL product. So these are the two products, right? So these two products related check boxes here, it should be selected. That means, what does it mean is it has to sync with Microsoft Update Server. And missing information will be uploaded here. And then what we'll do, we select them based on the missing patches, and we create that patches, and then we target to the client. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. So you go to the. Also, this machine should have the soup server must be should have an internet, right? So in a case, let's see whether we have internet or not. Okay. So case, this is Internet Explorer. Just try to open Google. I'll not have internet. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely, this machine does not have internet. So what I'll do is I'll just shut down this machine. I'll attach one more network card. Okay, it has the internet capacity. So one machine will have two network cards. Okay, so what will happen? See, one is internal, another one is external. External means internet. Are you able to see this?
Yes.
Okay, I've set the machine. Slow. The next one would be to the network. This network only is disabled. I would enable this. Okay, it's enabled. Now if I open google.com, I should get internet. In the production, you no need to do all this. You would be selecting the machine which has internet, right?
Okay.
So it's taking a lot of time because is the first one. Okay, try to communicate based on the 10 dot series. It doesn't have. Let's go here. Okay, you got internet now. So what I'll do is I'll open SCCM console. There are two steps that should be done. Okay, you should have WGS should be installed on this machine. So if you look at goals, okay, WGS server is installed. So right.
Good.
This is one of the pre-requirement, right? So that's it. After that, if it has installed, you can look at 8530 port, right? You remember 8530 which we talked. This is got installed, right? Fine. One would be the pre-requirements which just validated. Okay. Go here and enable that role. So add system roles. Choose here. If you get this is a proxy, that means if you don't have internet on this machine, But if you enter an IP address of a remote machine, which can give you internet, called proxy server, okay, in the production. In that case, we would enable this. In our case, we are getting directly internet, so go next. Here, software update, okay. Click next. So this is the port where we installed one installation. So locate here, WSS was installed on port 8530. Right. So this is the port. Okay, 830, not on port 80 or 443. Okay. Then next. This is the one which sync with the Microsoft Update Server as we discussed, right? You can use this as a Microsoft Update Server as a source, which will sync up with me, right?
Yeah.
So WSS server actually. That means you'll sync with Microsoft Update Server. Okay. Next. Okay. You have another. I mean, what I can do is here. You can have another way of telling. One second. I'll draw. Okay. This is my WSS server example. So this WSS server, what it is doing is, it is with Microsoft Update Server. If you read the statement, okay, it is Microsoft Update Server. Okay, this is Microsoft Server, which is internet. Instead of that, if you choose this radio button, what will happen is, I have already another WSS server. For example, here, maybe this is in US. Okay, example, this is India. Okay, this server should sync with my WSS server. This can create Microsoft Update Server. What will happen is, now whatever it has synced here, if it is 10 records, the 10 only it will be available. That means the configuration is unique. That's the advantage. Okay. And the naming would stay in here. So now this is server, okay, plus upstream server. So this is all downstream because this is in down. So this is the upstream server. Okay, this will be the upstream. But this is the down. See, if I have another site, maybe in Sri Lanka example, okay, so this would become the downstream, and this becomes as the upstream. Okay, this is how you technically configure.
Got it.
Okay.
Same port downstream, same port 8530 use చేసుకుంటున్నాం లేక different use చేసుకుంటున్నాం.
No, sync with what that's the server name and the port number. It be any port. Whatever you configure, that port you should give. Some of them can be 80, some of them can be 8530. Okay. Got it?
ఏదైనా యూనిక్ పోర్ట్ ఇవ్వాలి అంతే కదా.
Unique means whatever the port it is running, you open the server, okay, so your server, and have a look on it. What was the port is installed, and you're the one who installed, you should know, right?
That's one doubt. ఇప్పుడు జెన్సిస్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక సర్వర్ లో 8530 ఇచ్చారు, ఇంకొక సర్వర్ లో 443 కానీ 80 కానీ ఇచ్చారు. అలా వర్క్ అవుతుందా లేక యూనిక్ గా మనం
it will work. So for example, I'll tell you. Look at here. This is the upstream one. Okay. This is line 8530. Okay. That one is install 80. Okay. And two maybe 8530. Another one. Okay. So what is here? This checkbox. Okay. This radio button. So no, the first situation is, I'll sit here. Example. In that case, I'll give here port 81. So the URL of the server of this.
Okay.
Next, if I'm here, okay, I have to give this machines one, right? That is 8530. Now what I'll do is here, I'll choose 8530. Okay, machine, right? So this 8530 to sync, this is a sync with 80.
80.
If this machine has downside another, then I can give whatever the port. It is 8530, so 8530. Okay. So just the soft update server. Okay. This is a tricky part. When to be synced. So for the first time, if you sync it, it takes almost hours of time to sync. So that every now and then they release, but mostly it is mandatory. They must have to release every month. That they can Tuesday, but sometimes they may release emergency patches also. In that case, you can 7 days in general. Okay.
Okay.
Now click on precedence rule. So that means if a patch is there, okay, Microsoft, okay, so the patch would when it can expire. Say example, a patch number called 85 KB, okay, KB 8512 example. Okay, this is a patch which was released to fix somebody user is using Internet Explorer, okay, is browsing unsecured site. It will remote hacker can hack the username and password. This problem. So to fix that, there is this patch. Got it?
Got it.
Now, but what happened is after days, okay, he hacker, right? What he has done is he initially first tried this for this patch came. Then Microsoft come know that the hackers are able to take control. Okay, then Microsoft released this patch. After that, he likes this method to end this. So he analyzed this patch. Okay, and he found another bug within this patch. Example. Okay, now this fellow what he has done is he is able to take a control and install this patch. Then Microsoft come to know that okay, they are taking this. They'll open this port window if it is installed. That. So what they do is they next time they release the same patch with additional security. Okay, it is called one example. Okay, 513 example. Okay, now what happened is this has been superseded by this. So if you install this, okay, it will also. And also security fix also. This is called supersede. So the problem is, problem with this method is supersede. You clear with the supersede? If can that word enough? Hello, right? Huh?
Okay.
Now, ఇక్కడ తీసుకోవాలా? Now, the problem is with this method, what happens is, you deployed from your soup server. This is your soup. Soup means your WSS server and SCCM server. You have a client here, you have a client here, you have a client here. And today, what's the date? Today, example, take the calendar. Today is 13th of November, right? And if so, this is Sunday, right?
Yes.
One second. Today is actually 13th. That means some Tuesdays on it wasn't actually, right? So the November month 2016. So when this video is getting recorded, so on 9th was this second Tuesday, right? So this happened. Then the patch 1 was released. Okay, you deployed to few machines. For example, in this location, the pilots, that means for users, it is success. Microsoft released on 9th, you did on 10th. Okay? Went very well. After that, you added some more scope of the users. Okay? This on is 13th. That means, maybe let's take it as 12th. Okay? Initially you deployed for 50 users. Now you deployed for 500 users. So the deployment is in the product, right?
Yeah.
Okay, third you have done is you put it to all the machines, example. Now, on the 14th, tomorrow, if Microsoft released, that, hey guys, there's a bug, okay? To my previous one, you must have to install this now. And, supersede that patch. So what happened is, every machine is trying to download that patch and is trying to validate against to your WSS server. What happened is, if you add the new one, you get proper reports. Okay? So it's a complicated process now. That's why the method that, you should know when to supersede. Microsoft says that, you supersede, okay? But there is a method that, instead of supersede, the supersede should happen only after X days. Okay, example, after next month by 5th, okay, I'll supersede this in that option, okay, and you can wait till that time. In that case, supersede can be overwritten from these. Yeah. So despite a supersede software update until the software update is superseded for a specified period, that is 3 months. Okay. Or you can choose an immediate basis. You extract that, okay, and for with the supersede one. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. So then next one would be these are the classifications. That means, so when a Microsoft releases, okay, any patch, okay, let me go to TechNet, okay, TechNet. Simple, this is the, you should go to the actually the URL, okay, security bulletins, okay. Here, Microsoft releases any patches, they would, update under TechNet security, okay. Security bulletins. So have to sign here, okay, notification, user ID, simply, so that or every month what are the patches they are going to release. For example, second Tuesday is on this month is on 8th, okay, example. So by 8th, that is 1 or 2 days before, they send you advance notification that this month these are the patches which are important, critical, you must to be deploy, something like that, send you an advance notification, pre-release. After that, once they release, they send you an email, hey guys, we have we have enabled all these things for sign up for your emails, okay. I encourage, you should go for this going to do, or you're going to perform any software updates, at least 2 months you should sign up for these updates, regardless whether you are working on software updates or not, okay. Now let's go to the technical bulletin search. This is yeah.
కి వెయిట్ చేయి, ఇప్పుడున్న దాని మీద పని చేయి, 3 months వరకు అప్డేట్స్ ఏమి తీసుకోవద్దు, కరెంట్ ఉన్న అప్డేట్స్ అని పెట్టామనుకో ఇది సెట్టింగ్స్ లో, ఇప్పుడు వేరేవి కొత్తవి రిలీజ్ అయితే అవి కూడా అట్లానే వెయిటింగ్ లో ఉంటాయా?
Our patch related only to that patch which is related to the supersede. Supersede is a very rare condition which you get it.
Okay.
Okay. So this month's bullets, okay, like 11th, 8th was released, right? 8th is a date, 11th is a month.
Okay.
There are all these. Okay, if I go to my first, I opened the 26th Jan, this February, April. Okay, so this is the 9th number month. Okay, so if I click on this, okay, the patches got released by Microsoft. Okay, M16-129, that's a -129. This is called bulletin ID. Okay, so this is a cumulative security update. Cumulative means it can contain more than one update. Okay, cumulative means security update for Microsoft Edge, its browser. Okay, and this is affected. This can remote code execution, where browsing a hacker can execute whatever the code he wanted. It requires a restart after installing the patch, and the effective product for Microsoft Windows operating system and Microsoft Edge browser. Okay. Similarly, security update for Windows. So KB, this is called KB. This is called bulletin ID. So what this will resolve the vulnerabilities in Microsoft Windows. Okay, otherwise they can remote execute the code. So here, this is just applicable for Office product. So you may have or you may not have the Office new in your company. Okay, in that case, this is not applicable. Okay, it depends. That's what SQL Server. So this may be apply to SQL. Apply. Let's open this one, for example, in a new window. Okay, it says that is affected with the SQL 2012 servers. Okay, 2014. What happens if I have a SQL 2008? It is not affected as is. Okay, it's affected software, so you can simply ignore. That means when it gets scanned for SQL 2008 server, for example, okay, that shows that this is not required.
Okay.
So what you will be doing is a person will be dedicatedly looking into all these updates. What are those updates? For example, okay, so this is the month one. Okay, November month. So they are actually going through this. What is required, what is not required, they will finalize. Are the products they have, for example, are they going to SQL servers or Edge, Windows, Flash Player? You may use Flash Player also. Okay, so these are the updates. Okay,
Yes.
and these they will create updates as a target for the end users. However, because why we are talking is, if you get the criticality is clear, critical, important. Okay, so much security also. So in that case, what happens is those related patches. Say, look at here. So the classification, why we are talking is, we are talking about the classification. It is showing if you want to sync with the critical updates also, you want feature packs, the packs, security updates, tools, kind of updates of the products, definition updates. Whatever you want, you should be choosing. So generally, you shouldn't select all of them in, because this is to be huge database, and whatever it is required as per your security team or your team, you'll be selecting them. In my case, I'm selecting critical normally, definition updates, security updates. Okay, update role updates. Service packs I encourage to install as a package instead of doing from here. But yes, service packs also can be taken, but it will just for the reporting purpose, not for the deployment. Okay.
Okay.
What is all these category related patches would come into my console. It is going to sync basically. For these schedule, it's going to sync all this classification of these products. What are those products? So if you look at, by default, it has selected, what all these products are there. Out of that, what products you want, you can select. In this case, I'll just select Windows 7, okay? For now, if you look at here, Windows, there's Windows 2012 server, all those servers. Oh, okay, you have it, but you don't have 2012 R2, for example, or 2016, for example. Okay, this is not there because the SCCM file relatedly. Similarly, there is something called meta database that is not at synced at least once. So once it is synced, okay, it will pull all the products information, and then this list will increase. Okay? This will increase. Okay, so let's go next. And the language packs. So languages or patches. Say example, you have a Chinese patch. Okay, if your company want have an operating system with the Chinese, okay, the patch must be installed in Chinese language only, not in English. So in that case, you would be selecting all this. But now in my test lab, I have only, if I select more than one different language, that every patch will downloaded that many times. If I select English and Dutch, watch 2 downloads in English as well as in Dutch. Okay, now I click on next. What will happen? So as usual, you would depend on the logs, right? So let's go back to the program files, configuration manager, logs folder. Look at it, it's sorted. The tricky part is if you sort it, okay, there is a W name. Okay, these are the logs. So W sync mgr, W control manager. Okay, sync mgr would give you the most. Okay, this is slashing because this is not supported trace 32 anymore. So is I'll just open it. Choose default operating system application as my desktop. Place. Okay, yeah, it works. So now it has failed. The date is not there. Okay. So build. Okay. Now similarly, the configuration can be found from here. So it's failed to create assembly name to this. Okay. It says that supported WS is there. Found. No. So it will wait for next few minutes. Okay. If you want, to force, okay, what you'll do is you'll go to the software updates. Okay, you'll go here. Okay, say synchronization software. What happens is this would as a manual. This error. Okay, this is going to a minute before that. Sync source not found on site. Block. Okay, let's open the SCCM. So Blissync is running now, actually, right? Yes. This is 35. 1 minute back.
Yes.
This is a different story altogether. 10:34, but latest update is 10:35, and 36 also it's running, right? So we'll wait for a few minutes. What will happen is the use list will come. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So then, if I go here, there is nothing is there, right? But for Windows 7 related, all the products will come here, which take maybe 2-3 hours or 1 day time with my internet connection speed. Okay. So what I do is actually I'll continue from here. Maybe in another server. Okay. So what happens after the sync? okay? Show you in another server. Give me can start STC start. Another SCCM console.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is my WSO server logs. Okay, drink MGR. Okay. Here, what happened is back. Okay. So it is this the process which is we're talking about the updates. So it is syncing. All these are updates are already available. If you look at for update so and so, Titanium edition, all this. Okay, and it sync. Finally, it will say all these patches has been synced. That means this is not downloading. What it is doing is it is actually what it is doing. It will read the metadatabase. Okay, like okay. The patches information will be available after the sync process in console. Okay, let's go to the console. Okay, have a look on here. Okay, so different patches are there, right?
Yes.
These patches. So out of that, if you look at the bulletin ID is there, and the KV. So as per the article, what we'll do is we'll look into the bulletin ID this month example. Okay. And 129 example. So here you would search for the default bulletin ID S16 hyphen okay 129. So if patch is there, okay, that means anyway I have not synced for this month because this is November month. Okay, if I go back to the October, okay, how can I go here in the address bar? I can type simply MS16 hyphen OCT. So October month. So almost open by default. Still good. Okay. Now we are in October month. So let's look at 118. Okay, a panel 118. So 118. Have this 16 MS16 112. What is this? This is applicable for Internet Explorer. 119. Okay, still old. Yeah. So for example, type maybe MS hyphen any month. Okay, one example. It is already here. So these are just okay. So it is scanned and it says that by default it is required, not required, unknown. Every status of automatically it is coming up. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll create the batches and I would create a software update group. Okay. So what is a software update group? Software update group is a collection of your patches. Okay, you're creating as a group. Say example November month. Okay. So I create here for example month. Okay. So this month the patches are all of these. Okay. For example. Okay. So these patches I would call it as the August month patches. Okay. They're released in the month of August. So I create August. Similarly, I can have 2004 year, 2005 year, 6 year, 8 year, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right? So different years patches I can also accumulate. I can create as a group. And what I can do is I can deploy them to these required collections. Example, this one, okay, this one has been deployed to some collection. Example, this collection. Got it? This is level what I'm trying to talk.
Okay. Yeah.
High. Okay. To the up this. This is running, okay? This may take, if you look at here, Windows 7, not on WSS, so it is syncing for the first time. And if you go, this is on our, WSS server. If you go to the WSS related configuration, the site components software update point, okay? We do all the configuration once again if you want. So if here it should be updated, but it's still not updated. Windows 7 is there, okay? That means it might take some other time to get all those out. Okay, just changing this to every 1 hour, okay? So that it would be quick to if it fails also. Okay?
Okay.
Still, syncing. For the first time it takes a lot of time, okay?
Okay.
సో ఇప్పుడు ఏమర్థమైంది చెప్పండి.
హైలీ అర్థం ఏంటంటే జస్ట్ ఒక ని చేసిన తర్వాత జస్ట్ దీనిలోకి సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అప్డేట్స్ లోకి వచ్చేసి ఆ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ లో మనకి అయితే ఈ సింక్రనైజేషన్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అది ఆ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ అప్డేట్ నుంచి మనం డబ్ల్యూఎస్ఎస్ లోకి ఏదైతే ఈ పర్టికులర్ ప్యాచెస్ కానీ సాఫ్ట్వేర్స్ కానీ మనకి ఇన్స్టాల్ కొత్తగా వచ్చినాయో అవన్నిటిని సింక్ చేసుకుంటూ వచ్చి ఇక్కడ చూపిస్తుంది.
And all software updates. Okay.
దెన్ అనిపించిన తర్వాత వాటిని మనం ఆ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి అనుకుంటే కనుక ఏ గ్రూప్ కి వాటి అన్నిటిని ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి అనేది మనం ఇవ్వాలి దానికి. వీటన్నిటిని బేస్డ్ ఆన్ కావాలనుకుంటే వీటన్నిటిని కూడా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ప్యాచెస్ అన్నిటిని గ్రూప్ లాగా చేయొచ్చు. బేస్డ్ ఆన్ మంత్స్ కానీ ఇయర్స్ కానీ అట్లా చేసి సాఫ్ట్వేర్ గ్రూప్ ని తీసుకెళ్లి ఒక కలెక్షన్ కి సిస్టమ్స్ కలెక్షన్ కి అసైన్ చేయొచ్చు.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ. సో మీకు అర్థమైంది? హలో హలో ఒక్క నిమిషం అలాగే మాట్లాడుతున్నారా?
చెప్పండి.
ఓకే, గుడ్. సో ఇప్పుడు చెప్పింది రైట్, కానీ ఇందులో కొన్ని టెక్నికల్ ఫ్లో అవి కూడా ఉన్నాయి. ఫస్ట్ ఈ ప్రాసెస్ మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది, దెన్ ఐ కెన్ టాక్ ఆన్ దట్ ఏరియా. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
సో ఇట్ నర్సింగ్, హౌ అబౌట్ యు? So we'll go into the depth now. Okay.
Okay.
Wait for 1 minute. If you look at here it was not there Windows 7, Windows 10, all those things. Now you have Windows 10 also, right?
Yes.
Okay, on our server, okay, which we're not trying to test it. Okay.
Okay.
It has got all the metadata. Now the first time only it will be the case. Later what you will do is, now instead of Windows 7, now you will select what are the things. For example, your lab, if it is Windows 10, okay, you would select Windows 10. Similarly, what are the, okay, I'll talk on this product. Okay, this is one other thing which is important. Sample, your infrastructure may have all these products or may not have all of them, but for sure them will be there, right?
Okay.
Uh, for example, you may have Studio 2013 license. So some of them already installed. Some of them has installed maybe 20 also. So you'll select this. Okay. This is Exchange rates. You may have 2016 example, 2013. Okay. Then you would select that. You select all of them. Okay. But whatever it is, forefront. For example, in our case, forefront client securities should be taken, and the 2010 are two. Okay. So these the things which is required for your what we say for your end protection management. Okay, you select at least these things. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever the products you have, you will only select them. For example, in your company, you may have Office 2016, 13, and 2010. In our case, you select also Office 365. Okay, click apply and okay. What will happen is it will sync of all those key patches. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, which takes a lot of time. So I have just taken only Windows 7, which is still it is a huge for me in my point of view. Okay. Other logs I can show you here. So the sync. Okay.
Yeah.
Now in another 5-10 minutes, you see the how many patches it's going to sync for Windows 7. Okay.
Okay.
For WSS control related is the whether it is doing all those. Configuration. So if the port number wrong, something wrong, okay, it will show you here. Okay.
Okay.
So give it today overnight. Okay. In another 2-3 hours, it gets downloaded. Okay. So I'll just leave this machine as it is. Okay. I'm not doing anything. Okay, since it is going to update. Okay. But go through here. Okay. A few things if you interestingly noticed. Okay. Under software updates. Okay. It is showing as October month patches, so it is very good that month related everything is coming up. But if you look at Adobe Reader, Acrobat Reader, different things also coming up, right?
Yes.
It's not Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yes, no. The page, the and admission, lights. Okay, here, right? Components, software update point. We are discussing here the product, right? Product. There's no Adobe all those things in the Action server. It is there, right? And also Fuji laptop. Okay, Fuji laptop. All because what we have done is this has been integrated with another service. Okay, that's why you are able to see. Okay, so by default, Microsoft related products only will be there. Okay, if you want to patch any of the Windows non-Windows products, okay, you should use another software similar to WSUS called Coop Server. Okay, that's called System Center Update Publisher 2011. Okay. Okay, so don't confuse. Okay, and only very rare people will use this scope. Okay, where it means 0.1% people will use. Okay, and remaining people don't use. They just go for update based deployments to update all WinZip or maybe Adobe patches or drivers, all those things. Okay, but in this console, there was one of our students, so we did that in a live demo.
Okay.
So what I'll do is a process maybe by enabling the internet. example. Okay. And to table internet, it will come. Say one of the patch, I'll take it. For example, one or two, three patches like this. 7 related. This is 2003. If I have a server Windows 7 example, what I'll do is I'll right click. Okay. Here update group. Okay. Say example, this is this new example now month. Okay. This is November 2016 example for what's example.
Okay.
This has created a group of logical group has been done enough. That's it, right? So go here now. A logical group of. However, patches is not downloaded. Okay, if I to download manually, I should go properties. Okay, here where the URL will be there. Okay, size also it is mentioned, right?
Yes.
Got it? The same thing if I put it in a Google or Microsoft site. Okay, more information can be find and the here. So this is information it has pulled from related to this patch.
Okay.
If there is a supersede, okay, it show it is a superseded.
Okay.
Here the superseded information.
Yes.
So what I have to do is now these patches I must have to download. That the source should be there, right?
Yeah.
Right click download. Okay, deployment package. That means very similar to you create a package, right? For example, in the software distribution, if you have a exe to be you create a package, right? Source. So what will happen is now, for example, if I create as now 2016 for works example, this is going to be my pack name. Okay.
Okay.
And the source of the files would store somewhere in my so I should show the source location where to save this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll keep the service. So create a folder called, for example, date 16. So what will happen is now internet it's going to download the required packages. That means the software, okay, these software to this folder, right? This is empty now, right? Yes, no.
Yes.
This is empty now, right? See, and after that you wanted to deploy to DP, right?
Yes.
There, and it will be distributed. So from where should I download? So you download from internet because you have internet for this machine.
Yes.
Already downloaded, you can locate that path. In this, it has a load. So the languages you want to download, for example, I want to download English. Choose now. These is going to be download. So this is downloading. So when you downloading, okay, randomly creating folders. Inside that, nav files will come automatically.
Okay.
So see, create that. A folder is moved. Is coming up, right?
Yeah.
That files are coming up, okay?
డౌన్లోడ్ లొకేషన్ ఫోల్డర్ కి ఓన్లీ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ మేనేజర్ యాక్సెస్ ఉంటుంది, యూజర్ కానీ వర్క్ స్టేషన్ కానీ యాక్సెస్ అవసరం లేదు. ఈ ఫోల్డర్ డీలో మనం సోర్స్ ఫోల్డర్ క్రియేట్ చేసాం కదా ప్యాచెస్ అని, ఈ ఫోల్డర్ కి ఓన్లీ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ సైట్ సర్వర్ కి యాక్సెస్ ఉంటే సరిపోతుంది. షేర్ ఇప్పుడు క్లాషింగ్ కానీ
ఈ రీడ్ అండ్ రైట్ ఉండాలి. మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఈ ఇలాగే ఇచ్చేస్తాం. యాక్చువల్గా డాట్స్ ఇస్తాం మనం మ్యాక్సిమం షేర్స్ ఇవ్వడంతో ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇట్స్ హిడెన్ షేర్. ఓకే, టెక్ ఏమవుతుంది తెలుసా, సిన్స్ ఐ హావ్ నాట్ టాక్డ్ అబౌట్ మల్టీ స్ట్రక్చర్, ఫస్ట్ will have a permission on one the folder which is, for example, okay. Actually, this would be a D drive or E drive folder, okay, where they will assign LUN, separate LUN, okay. విధంగా పోవచ్చు, బట్ మేమవుతుంది సో సపరేట్ డెడికేటెడ్ ఫైల్ LUN ఒకటి స్టేజ్ నుండి ఒకటి పెద్ద LUN ఒకటి అసైన్ అవుతుంది, దాని నుండి ఒక డ్రైవ్ మ్యాప్ అయిపోతుంది. ఓకే, కెన్ బి 1 TB or 2 TB డ్రైవ్. ఓకే, సోర్స్ ఫోల్డర్ ఉంటుంది, సోర్స్ ఫోల్డర్లో ఇవన్నీ డౌన్లోడ్ అయ్యి ఉంటూ ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే నెక్స్ట్ టైం కంటెంట్ డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేసినప్పుడు, సో కంటెంట్ ఏమవుతుంది, మనకి DPస్కి వెళ్ళిపోవాలి కదా, అప్పుడు ఇందులోకి వెళ్ళి అది తీసుకెళ్ళి ఆ DPస్కి కాపీ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, again with the 2012 there is a concept called single file instance. That means if this patch is already part of some other package, okay, so it will reference this patch is already available. That will not overban, it will not say, it will not distribute basically.
సింక్ స్టోరేజ్
ఒక్క నిమిషం లేదు, కొంచెం వాయిస్ స్లో ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి.
సింగిల్ ఇన్స్టెన్స్ స్టోరేజ్ కదా. ఓకే,
okay, so it's downloading. So it has downloaded. See, if you look at the size of this, it's almost 180 MB has downloaded. Okay, so this is all are green, that's good, and then the patches are ready. If you go to like the software updates group, example number workstation, so everything is downloaded. Earlier it was, you look at most of them are not downloaded state. Look at here, no, right? This has downloaded because this is part of some package. So that means the package is created, it won't create at this, it will create here deployment packages. If you look at November workstation which we have created, and also distributed now as part of the package creation process. Okay, if I double click that, I see that these 4 patches are part of that package. Got it?
Yeah.
Only thing is it is missing actually to deploy these patches, right? So how do you deploy it? So here, right click, okay. What will happen is, if I choose as a deploy, for example, this is now 16. Okay, and the collection, for example, I want to deploy for all systems. Okay, come back to the collection structure, how to deploy, but this is again The second step. At that step, we try to understand the high level how it works. Second step, the technical steps we are looking. Third would be the process, and then fourth step would be the troubleshooting. Okay, we do that. Okay. So how we're targeting? So this is what EDIT also targets all system, but now at test case we're just doing that. Okay. I have used that word. I'll come back to you in a few minutes. So deploy it as required. Yes, or available. You can do it. As per the client local time, these patches must be by 20th of this month to 13th. That means allowing one time to the users, okay, to install manually at their convenient time. After that is on 20th, okay, after 20th, say example 11 p.m. user control, it will install. Okay.
Okay. And
I'll come to this. Okay. And but it's showing the software center with all the notifications. Okay. These things. Okay. I'll come back to this in a minute. Okay. That is the step 3. Okay. Next, let's if you want download. Okay. It will download the things. Then. So what will happen is now, if you're seeing, okay, say example, you have a client machine example this, so what happens is you should get a machine policy, so it will be a machine policy example. After that, first thing is here, I wanted to show you here, are you able to see the SCCM console, SCCM client machine?
Yeah.
First thing is, it gets scanned, that is, so in this case what happened is we have not told. If you look at here, few things were not there actually, because it's a missing. See, now it is coming up. Software update scan. Okay, go to the previous screen. It was not there. Software update scan. Now it is available. Okay, software update scan is should done. Okay, then scanning is completed, it will evaluate any deployments are pending to this machine. So okay, I have to go to the high level part, okay, which I missed a few things. As a step, you would enable the role, right?
Yeah.
After that, you should look at the client settings, okay, and under either default or your custom settings. Software update point related, okay, which is that's right.
Yeah.
And when we looked in the previous class session, these are actually grayed out, but this enabled, but it was grayed out. Okay. Once we enable that role, it has become as the enabled state. Okay. So if you manage the settings, these settings should be enabled state. Okay. So after enabling the software update point, these are automatically enabled. Okay, this is the high level point. Okay? Now the first part, the deployment side, yes, has got that scan. After that, deployment evaluation cycle. Okay. Now let's go to the client machine. Tweak it. Yeah. Logs actually we should look at. We should look at some logs. So CM logs. Okay. Again, earlier I gave one wonderful idea that if you start with a descending order, okay, use the W name. Whatever logs are coming with the WM, those are related to WS or the soup related, right? Similarly here also W handler is one of the log, okay, which give you the information related to software point. I did, okay. Future should come, okay. Since this has nothing has received at this point of time, and we have not done any scanning or not any settings because this machine is belongs to the machine. I mean, this is the one. See, if you look at this is our server, right? So what it synced and estimated with so and so minutes, and it's trying to sync all of those thousands of category related, patch metadatabase information is getting pulled out, right? At the server side, which we have done. Okay.
Hello.
No.
Yeah.
Which is belongs to us. Okay. Bala SCCM. Okay. And another one is this other SCCM server Neos. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is already has a configuration of right. So we are talking about now the one which we have done it. Okay. So she is already syncing here. If you look at okay, few minutes, what will happen is you would get
Update. Yeah.
we select it and then we create update group and then deploy like right like the way we have done here, right? Package all those things, right?
Yes.
Clear?
Clear.
It was clear, right? I want to talk, a few things on a theory report, okay? Theory report topic is okay, maintenance window, side heading, okay? This is one of the critical part, okay? Example, you have a car or you have a bike. So you will do every month or after certain kilometers, okay? You would take that bike or a car to a service center for repairing, right?
Yes.
Changing few things. Then what they do? They take it that you belongs to you actually, but still they take it and they do some changes and fix it and they give it back. You will use, right? That's called a kind of service, right? And you can call it as maintenance, right? So think what they give. For example, you give it around 9 o'clock in a workshop, and they give you you come at 6 p.m. and collect it. That means 9 to 6 is the AM to 6 is the what? Maintenance downtime for the machine. So they are allowed to do whatever the changes they want to do it on your bike or car. No.
Yes.
Similarly, okay. Now also there is something called maintenance window. When we are talking about maintenance window, I'll tell you. The critical servers in your infrastructure. Okay. Let's take this. So both servers are billing related. One application called billing. It will run all the time billing. Okay. So you ask them to deploy patches. So you are deploying to all of these machines at once. What happens? Gets deployed. Fine. Deployed. It's doing, and after that require a reboot, right?
Yes.
So all will reboot once. So what will happen? Service is impacted. Billing work, right? So it reduces your impact.
Yeah.
So there should be a method to handle properly. Then Windows comes into the picture. Okay. So what you do is you take these two servers. Okay. Put it into maintenance window 1. Okay. And add 2 in a maintenance window called 2. Okay. So what happen? So once these two down, it take care of the will be taken care. Similarly, this also maintenance window 1 would it happen between night 12 noon to 3 a.m.
Okay.
That means midnight 12 to 10. That means what will happen? These 3 hours would be limited. That is also on a Sunday night. Okay, so no users. Okay, that's also a given time. So what are the things can be done in the maintenance window? Like you want to deploy some software, you want to deploy some software updates, okay? Or you want to do some other changes, okay? So all those changes are allowed during this one or
window 2.
so this call maintenance window. Got it? So this maintenance window can be applied on top of collections. Okay, where you can apply maintenance window? Collection.
On top of collection. Yeah.
Right? So, point?
Clear.
Okay. Asima?
Yeah, fine.
Clear this?
Yeah.
So, now go to the collections and to create some maintenance windows. Okay? There are two collections. One would be the Silverlight 80 and Silverlight of 2 some version. Okay? Okay, so the first collection, which is this one under maybe then okay. The first one would be I can apply here. I can right click, go to my settings or properties. Okay, so from the properties there is a tab called maintenance window. Okay, what I can do is here I can set that maintenance window 1 example. Set 1. So I'll say that this should happen on next Sunday mid 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. That means 3 hours. So if I click OK, so occurs every week on Sunday. No, I did not put it every week, so none. Okay, that means this will apply on okay 1 a.m. Okay, that means what are the machines are part of that collection? For example, this here. Oh, I'm sorry, there's no machines actually. Let's take another one. Maintenance. 4. What is the thing is? What are the machines inside this? Okay, any deployment will be executed only during that time.
Yeah.
Now I know. Let's consider the patching side. So only patching, how it happens is few servers will be there. Okay, so this is a group of these servers must be patched on only an some specific Sunday or Saturday date. Say example, every month it's a Sunday or it's a Saturday or every night so and so time between, something like that. So there's a custom requirement would come. In time you can configure go here, properties, maintenance window, take here every monthly, and the second Tuesday they release. So last Sunday, okay, Saturday, you can do deployment at 1 to 4 between, or every week, okay, every day, Okay, yes, this is applicable for software updates. Applicable for only software updates or task sequence. So up to this, we have not yet discussed. That comes to the software deployment. Okay, got it?
Got it.
Okay, now few confusing questions. Okay, let's do that. So you have a machine. Okay, so the machine is part of collection 1, collection 2, collection 3. Okay, collection 1 has 9 a.m. This has 12 a.m. This may be 2 a.m. Maintenance allowed. So that means obviously you can configure for collection size means a machine can be part of many collections, right?
Yes.
You can have multiple maintenance windows possible.
Yes.
Okay, and whatever the nearest one considered. Okay. Next is it considers the level one. That's an example. This is only covers 1 hour. This covers 2 hours. This covers 3 hours. Example. The lengthiest one would be taken. Point. So this is the first one is maybe configured for example. Today is the 13th example. Okay. Tomorrow it's the 14th. Okay. So if you look at 14th, do I need to delete the 30th one? Yeah, it's good, if you delete it. If not, that's fine, this 13th, 2016 November, date and time, you never get it in your lifetime. Yes, no?
Yes.
So, and also, it will not possible to get that same time. So, all the timelines are, if it at to this date, it executes. It will look for a valid time for future time. Got it?
Yes.
Fine.
Clear.
Into complications. And has any other complication ideas?
సేమ్ టైం 2 కలెక్షన్ దాంట్లో సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అప్డేట్ చేయమన్నా ఇంకో దాంట్లో ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయమన్నా
ఏది ఉన్నా కూడా దిస్ కండిషన్. The first one is can have a multiple mains windows. Okay, and least one ఏది ఉంటే అది, నియర్ ఏది ఉంటే అది, ఇట్ టేక్ ఇట్.
తీసుకుంటుందా నెక్స్ట్ లెంత్ వన్ అన్నట్లు?
కావాల్సిందే లెంత్ టైం.
ఓకే.
Okay, and another one is this will address Narasimha's question. Sample you targeted the collection. The first one is targeted for patch 1 example. The second one is somebody has done for software update, so it distribution. Okay, and somebody is done for operating system deployment example. Okay, what now will be executed. I have first one has a lengthy time to execute these two. What happens? It first calculate all the time. This is something calculation would happen on the client machine. I can show that log file in a minute or so. Okay, it will calculate how many deployments it has. Say example, first one would complete in 10 minutes. No, to complete 10 minutes. So do I have 20 minutes time? Okay, whether this one has or this one. Okay, so one would be on 13th, that is today. Another one would be the 14th. So it will execute on 13th or 14th. You can't which one would be, but longest one, whatever it is the possible one, it take that and it will execute 2 of them at once. Answer your question, Narasimha?
Yeah. Time అనేది
It
మనము
doesn't
దాంట్లో
mean that it has to only do. You said for only. Your intention is maybe intention is different. Okay, still okay. look into a different way altogether, all the time. Okay. The log file is service agent. So the log is. Also have to disable this, guys. Otherwise, my internet will.
అది ఇక్కడ కొన్ని మెషిన్స్ కి ప్యాకేజ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఫస్ట్ రీబూట్ అయిన తర్వాతనే ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలి ఉంటుంది కదా. వాటిలో చేస్తాము మనం డిఫైన్ చేయాలా లేకుంటే అది ఆటోమేటిక్గా తీసుకుంటుంది?
ఫస్ట్ రీబూట్ దెన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ ప్యాచెస్.
అంటే మేము చేయలేదు, యాక్చువల్ ప్యాచ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేయాలంటే రిక్వైర్మెంట్ వచ్చేసి ఫస్ట్ రీబూట్ దెన్ ఇన్స్టాల్ ఉందని అనుకోండి.
టాస్క్ సీక్వెన్స్ బేసిక్గా. ఓకే.
దీంట్లో చేయలేమా డైరెక్ట్ గా ప్యాచ్ మనం పుష్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏముండదు?
ఫస్ట్ లేదు, అట్లా లేదు. మేబీ యూఆర్ జస్ట్ టేకింగ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యాజ్ IBM ఆర్ బి Jurasis. ఇక్కడ if the service agent it's window manager. Okay, so this log, okay, which king, okay, you see the screen in a, okay, so it says that it will always verify for the program can, and it's looking for the get available time. Okay, and also if you look at for the big active service window has, if it has anything, okay, something it will verify here. See, one of the time you look at here, one maintenance window, so duration is 1 day 5 hours maintenance time, so best available time. So if I active service window has those many seconds, then program run, okay, and run. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how to go back. Yeah. Okay. Bala cannot pick it up now. It's gone. It has synced, okay, and I got all these as update. You look at month 2016 only quality update for Windows 7. Okay, so some of them has been already right. So if I go here, okay, if I update refresh, it will list all the patches, right? Yet here there is no Adobe because Microsoft by default pulls only Microsoft products. What I can do is I can add a criteria that these are released, okay, bullet and ID, okay, this I can put filter, and then out of 827 here I can a more accurate one required or released, opt, okay.
Yeah.
So for date released, so I can say that last 1 month So a month back, whatever the patches has been released, if you're every month, patches, only last month patches only you should be, deploying as the criteria, as the points. Okay. So now if I add a product, okay, I can see, the product should be only for Windows 7 if I'm trying to deploy. Okay, somewhere. Okay. So 1 month back for only Windows 7. Okay, now I got, some patches list, right? See, if I want to change another, product, maybe like, for example, this time only for Office 2010. So now this is very less or not there 1 month time. Got.
Yeah.
Based on this, you would be, selecting and,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
So filters are very useful. Okay.
Okay.
And you can do it. I'll just disable this internet. Talked about maintenance window. Now the collections, what kind of collections you would create, and what would be your process? Normally, the process is in okay. First, uh, you should understand the second Tuesday is on least. Okay. Was the second Tuesday this month? Example, you open your calendar also in your mission to have a look on it. So it was released 9th, you will start working on it. Okay, and same day you would deploy to first. Okay, this set can be test machines, you can call it, or pilot or UAT machines, whatever the name. Okay, but these ones would be less than 50 machines. So it can be somewhere 5 machines to 10 machines also sometime, or most of the time. So once the patches has been pushed, you would get the report by next day, 10th. So by then, that means these 10 machines or the users who work on these machines. For example, you have 10 different locations like China, maybe Sri Lanka example, or Singapore, all these countries example. So their local IT people are there. So what they do is they work on the computer. So you pick their computer and you distribute it. Example. So this is after installation. If something is going wrong, maybe after installing the patches, the audio, example, or machine is frequent reboot, or machine became very slow. So these things can happen actually. Okay, these are practical problems. In that case, what happens is these users, or 10 to 50 between users, would start reporting to you. Okay, based on the feedback, okay, mostly it would be okay. Then they would to this set 2. Me, the process of the patch management. Okay. So here anything up to 50 machines example. So these machines can be large scale almost. Now you're going to hit 50 machines. So 50 users. So you would give 2-3 days time. Okay, and if it is working fine, everything is good, then you move to 500 machines. Okay, and if it is working with the 500, you go for 1,000 to 1,000, something like that, or 5,000 users. Okay, if it goes smooth, you would increase the number in another set. After that, you would to all of the machines. Okay, got it?
Okay. Got it.
And one more very critical and important point is you always have patch process for workstations a different and servers different. Okay, machines also a different, groups are different. Here batch groups you have created, right? Update groups, all those. So they're also different for workstations and servers. Okay, some larger companies, what happens is for workstation there would be a separate team, servers there would be a separate team. Okay.
Okay.
So set one, for example, if it goes to 500, how you define here the 500 machines or the 1000? What will happen is, say, let's take as a live example of SQL Server. Okay, SQL Server is a critical server. This server database would be split into more than one or two or three servers. So that is, what they do is they go for a cluster actually. So means same hard disk, things way, same hard disk was shared by all these machines. Whenever something goes down, that is already there, so other machine would pick it up. Exactly, I'm just taking. Okay, so in this, okay, Rama, this example is for you. Okay, since you know what is cluster. Okay.
Okay.
In this case, what happens is all of these 5 servers not in set 1. You will split to set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5, set 6, something like that, right?
Okay.
So that will not impact.
Yes.
That planning also should be done, and also you must have to take a approvals from the owners, because you are not the owner. You're just managing this SQL server for patching, but the owner of the database would be a different person. Person would you approval that hey, you, if you're planning for this Sunday example, so what they do is, if planning for this Sunday SQL server, for doing the SQL server, what they have to do is they have to take it out. Maybe they have to stop some services related to maybe cluster example. Okay, then they you can do the patching. That means that's why they what they do is they give you specific time. Maybe for example 9 to 10, if they give example, you'd be only doing that specific time. You cannot do it outside of that time.
Got it.
So the maintenance windows are come to the picture and very important. Let's go to the maintenance windows. Some you might have to ignore the maintenance window, right?
Yes.
If that is the case, what you'll do is you'll go always list of the one. Okay. Shades. So we created earlier to called number and the document we created. So let's go to the properties and create the deployments. So here, if this actually just not there. If you read this section, okay, this is a workstation thing. Okay, what does it mean is, if you install sometimes this software but you want to reboot, example, okay, software should install enough, but reboot only should happen.
Yes.
Maintenance window time. Okay. And now what happens is you can choose this. So whatever the checkbox was taken, that for example, if I take it to server will not reboot. If I take session, they don't reboot. Okay, that's rebooted based on their maintenance window time. Means I install patch right now. Okay, wait till the actual downtime comes.
Okay.
Okay, now another one. So one would be the okay. So if you look at the deadline, okay, deadline came. You want to install the patches and reboot it, but the maintenance window should be it and should install. So you can press that, okay. If you look, when installation deadline is reached, allow the following activities to be performed outside the maintenance window. That means you have agreed with the server owner, okay, state that you only 9 to 10 example, but for some reason the user was available or machine is not available for some reason, okay, for that reason, so the 10 to or 9 to 10 between window is missed, okay. Now it will wait for the next maintenance window, which can be a next month or next day, based on the maintenance window. If you set it, if you don't set it, okay, it will wait until the maintenance window, for example, okay. I don't set it anyway, it gets installed automatically. If you set it, it will wait for that window, right?
Yes.
Now what is this would check boxes, it will load your maintenance window and it follows these instructions.
Okay. Yeah.
That means restart the machine outside the maintenance window. Got it?
Clear.
So my access is related to the maintenance window, right? Now let's go back to, you see how do you get it? Is very simple, okay. You get here the same advertisement, and then you would get it under software set here. Get those updates, okay, automatically gets installed, okay, and the patch gets deployed, and if required it will reboot. Okay. Now next one is so let's go back to the reports. Sync, you go to reports, okay, category. So in a best way of reporting, how to remember, okay, I'll start with the category, okay, as I say. Then there is software updates related, okay. So the software update, okay, there is a alphabets A, B, C, D, E, okay. So your manager always wants A category, okay? And you work all the time on C category. Okay. The problems will be available on the machines D and E format, okay. You see, okay, D would be the mostly problematic on the number of machines, okay. So let's look at A.
Yeah.
Noted, right? So now let's go to the A. Under A, most of the time, very useful one is A1, 2, okay. And who's your best friend is A1 or 2. So C under category, either 1 or 2 are the best. Without these two, you cannot troubleshoot or you cannot work on patch management, okay.
Okay.
And remaining things are self-explanatory. So what to remember, ideally you go to the compliance and 9 to 1 or 2, 1 or 1 होते आदि, and then either 1 or 2. So let's go to the manager point of view, that is overall complaints. That means how many patches Microsoft released, how many are complained as per deploy. For example, you deployed October month patch, so August. Let's take it as August. Okay, August patches you deployed for all systems. Okay, for example, what is complaints level? How many install? How many of them not installed? For example, one patch, one machine complaint. That means 25% of the machines are success. 65 is not success. 10 is one. That means on this machine, this patch got installed. Okay. However, the machines are non-complainers. You will get the report here. Okay? This is the one to drive you to the overall complaint. So if you start anything, the patches are installed or not, you want to get it, then you look into the overall complaints. So the starting point, okay? Got it?
Yeah.
The sound systems. Okay. View. So these are the patches. Every patch related information will come here. Some softwares are required. For example, this is required. So you click this. It says required is one machine. Okay. It is required that update. Okay. Moment patch is required for this machine. Then to the C1. Okay. So after your deployment, go to C1 or C2. Okay. 6 August month. So the August month patches. What you have done is you deployed. Okay. Only the machine has this patch. Okay. Let's do C2 now. 2, right? Yeah. October. Here, if it the status is our state success, state is unknown. So this means it has scanned. They're ready to go patch management process. So if I change here my patch to October, okay, I would get here pending restart. Okay, and this is C1, right? C category 1.
Yeah, కనిపిస్తుంది.
నాకు లేదు అందుకే అడుగుతుంది దూరం ఉన్న చాలా దూరం. Okay, state 1 if you look at says the count of the machines, what are the status? See the description, read the description. This report shows the enforcement state of a specific software update deployment. Okay, so look, there's a system reboot, enforcement state unknown, complaint, right?
Yeah.
అంటే ప్యాచ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అయిన తర్వాత రీస్టార్ట్ కోసం వెయిటింగా లేకుంటే రీస్టార్ట్ అయినాక ప్యాచ్ ఇన్స్టాల్ అవుతుందా?
లేదు, patch has already installed. Okay, now it is waiting for the restart. That means this is not related to the maintenance window. Waiting for maintenance window will come as a separate. So it has installed client agent settings, right kada ikkada. For example, administration tools, you have here settings, right? As per this, client see 60 minutes after that restart in the computer restart. So it took 90 minutes time for the restart the user, right? That is the time it is waiting.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
So normally people will set it as 8 hours divided by 60. That means, then they mention so that you will not get user, he never, gets frustrated basically, because give them 8 hours. That means in any case you will have end of the shift time. Can you reboot it? Okay. In fact, actually, all these reports I'll go through in one of the, client, not the 5 6 machines actually. Okay. I'll take it in one of the, production one, and I'll do those reports. For now, at least you should, understand, uh, a bit low level. Okay. Not really high level, but after high level, low level. That means that technically you should be able to understand, what we are actually trying to drill down.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to show that is just a 5 minutes time. Okay.
Okay.
It's not, we are not going to work on that. So 1 is completed, 2 is completed. So who's your best friend in the patch management is 1 and 2. Okay. Does it always look for 1 or 2 in A category?
A category. We are for troubleshooting on C1 and 2.
C2. That would help you to understand where do you stand actually.
Okay.
Errors related, always go to the D1 or D2 or E category లో ఇక్కడ ఏ ఉండొచ్చు. ఓకేనా? So let's go to the D1 location. So what happens is basically it is talking about the scan status of all machines. So if it is running scan failed anko, that means we should XYZ things also, it never gets patch installed if scanning is failed.
Okay.
Those machines, what you will do is you will check for Windows Update agent log file.
Yeah.
Okay. So patch management side, I can say that most of the part is completed related to the patching. Okay, show the log files also. Give me a second. Clip 7 should be there. Okay. And how that machine looks like now. That's into the patching. Okay.
Okay.
This is, you should do it every month. That means Miko? No, right? Okay, look at here. This is the second Tuesday. Okay. Next month changes Somali, the same story comes. That is, the day starts from 13th. Continue. Okay. Maybe one, set 2, set 3, and all of them. And the patching must be completed. That means all those patches must be installed by January 9th. Yes?
Okay. Yeah.
So this way actually goes every time. So this is the biggest headache for patch management team. So what happened is Microsoft come up with a solution, okay, called automated deployment rules. That you want to select your requirement or what you wanted to deploy, and automatically will create settings and packages and the classified products, classification, everything, and then it will do that. Okay.
Okay.
You go through this once, okay, with in your lab, and we can discuss this further. Okay. It's a template.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
So what is the maintenance window, for example? Curl definition you want to deploy, then schedule and which package. Okay, all things can be configured. Uh, okay. Next, so let's have a look on the console. Application. So in the applications, there is only virtual packages pending. I'll show you how to distribute that. And application related, this sequence related deployment, I'll show you later. And then operating system deployment is pending. And yes, I've done that. Script here. Okay, you can connect. And then client side log files also you can deploy it and check it. That this will be there in your console. Okay. So includes almost the software library. Actions also we have done. Then complex we have done. Okay, endpoint protection. I'll talk on endpoint protection. Let's go here. The one which you have configured. So let's go to settings, software endpoint. Okay, as you should be selecting as protection. It's a forefront. Okay, client security, and these are the things if you set it. Okay, product category. Then have a manual sync. Okay, so this would next time forefront related also. Okay, after what you do is will enable the, of course there's no internet, right? So I must have internet also. Okay, so tomorrow we can talk about tomorrow morning, okay, around 8 a.m. okay, the time we can start about the endpoint protection and operating system deployment related vocabulary. Okay.
Okay.
And tomorrow or tomorrow only we can start the operating system deployment so that we can almost the SCCM training. So in other words, almost done except the operating system deployment. And the remaining things are very small, like asset intelligence is there. Okay, how to enable, I can show you that. These are very small. Okay, the big topic is only operating system deployment. ఇప్పుడు ఇంట్లో మీరు చేస్తుండాలి తెలుసా చూరా ఇక చూడు ఇక అయిపోయింది కోర్సే ఖతం అవుతుంది వీక్ ఖతం అయిపోతుంది నాకు తెలిసి Yeah. Let's send you invite, okay, for the blog, okay? For lab related, what you can do is you can download from the Google Drive. There's a tool called Google Drive. Hope you see my screen.
Yeah.
So it has some designing documents and VT, okay? And lab related all the files. If you have these files, that's enough. Okay, at your own lab. Okay, and here it was mentioned how to install step by step. Okay, we are completed, application method using this one, this one. What element we are coming into? Okay.
Oh.
Chalo. Okay. It's all right. Now share the video. This is 2.5 hours class almost. Okay.
Yeah.
Chalo.
Yeah.
Fine, right?
Next morning.
Okay.
That's not it.
Next.
Morning 8 a.m. IST.
Ante. 8 a.m. is the regular class. Saturday, Sunday we tried, but only one day we are able to take it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Rama, you don't?
No doubts. Yeah, I'm good.
Clear the practice chain.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's everything is okay, right, for you? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Chalo. Ending the meeting. Thanks for joining. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Raj.
Okay. You have a good day.
Bye.